We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after them.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. So far this season, this defense has had their... the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll leave them with third and a full yard to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Drew Sanders charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Now third down and very long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Take it at the 37. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with Pony.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. D.J. Johnson, the one who got there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard, is 3-0. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 3, Panthers 0.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready. Shot 17. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Etienne with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Panthers have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is caught, and he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The Broncos at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll run with ETN.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Carolina.
Ready.
Working out of the gun. Love.
Slant route to Miller.
And he's got this down to the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Fight. 97.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Love now to pass on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Romeo Doubs.
A 14-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, he certainly didn't like when he saw it all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On third down, Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
47-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and 6.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
That's going to be caught downfield by Miller.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Love looking to throw it.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Love. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Travis Etienne, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They're going to need to get up and set.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
At the 30-yard line.
And he's got his big tight end here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready up! Think right open, open. Here we go.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
On the double.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Kenny Clark able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Deion Jones, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser, and he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he stopped immediately there.
Riley Moss takes him down defensively.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Going up top for Miller. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Carolina. 59 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
6. Back up.
Love from the gun. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Broncos 3. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. We're good. Here we go.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Still going inside the 20.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams,
55 yards.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he returns this to the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Ready.
Love, they go play action now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Deion Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. There's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second down, Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
103 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver.
Let's go now.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ready up.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Off the option, here's Etienne.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Love. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Baron Browning
able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This one swung out to Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now Lawrence.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be second down.
Take right open.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Go, go, let's go.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ready?
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
86 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here.
Okay,
just
right.
Eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ready, ready.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go. On the ball.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.